Okay, I decided to make this video to demonstrate the ease of changing a Darkside tire with the Rabaconda street bike tire changer. If you're unaware, um, Darkside is the practice of putting a car tire on the rear wheel of your motorcycle. There's a lot of us who do it, love it, and there are a lot of people, a lot of riders who curse us for it and believe we're idiots and think we're gonna perish on the very first corner we dive into. It's not the case, but I'm not here to make another Darkside video. There's 1,000 of them online. You can find Darkside videos for Darkside and against Darkside. I'll leave it up to you to decide whether it's insanity or practicality. This is more of a video about how to change the tire using this Rabaconda machine. It makes it unbelievably easy. You'll see later in the video. Okay, this is how mine arrived. It got pretty beat up along the way, but it all made it, and this is the contents of the box. Alright, now we're going to get into a real quick, I sped it up, but it's going to be just a quick unboxing and setting up of the machine. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on this because there are a number of videos online showing the same thing, but basically, there's the duffel bag that it'll all fit into, and you can carry it to wherever you want to go. And everything to put it together is it's all included here, and it's rather self-explanatory, but I didn't want to miss anything, so I did follow the instructions the first time. I doubt I'm going to do it the next time. but yeah, it's simple. There are little hand knobs that you basically you tighten down. Everything in here is threaded. You just find the bag with all the little knobs in it, screw them into the the parts they go to, and then you insert your that's the bead breaker, but it's also the arm you're going to use to ratchet the duck head around when you get to the main process. So it's that's basically it. That's the whole unit put together. You can see right there I was adjusting the height for the that's how you adjust the height depending on the diameter of your wheel to set the bead breaker. And yeah, and that's basically all there is to it. And that handle comes out, and it'll sit right. You'll see later on in the video, but it'll sit in the duck head attachment. Now we'll just get into removing the old tire. I'm sitting here. I'm just explaining now in the video how my stopper pin won't work with my wheel because of the the wheel's designed. So I'm gonna have to use the strap instead. So I'm gonna put the strap out front here. Most wheels, I guess maybe wider diameter wheels, can use the stopper pin. Mine, just the way it is, it won't work. So just slide it on the spindle, stare at it for a little bit, and I'm explaining the stopper pin. I can't use it on this side because the rotor's in the way, and if I flip it over the other way, there's just no open area really for the stopper pin to fit. So that's basically all I'm explaining here. Sorry I don't have any audio from this actual video, but it was unbearable, so I was gonna put you guys through it. And now I am just thinking things out in my head and doing it completely wrong. But I get there eventually, Sometimes I enjoy reading instructions and then immediately ignoring them. And now I'm just looking over a bunch of stuff. I don't need that little thing that's on the spindle right now, but for whatever reason I left it on there. And now here I go, breaking the bead, and I probably should have spun it in a counterclockwise direction so that it didn't lift up on me every damn time, but I'm an idiot. So there's me breaking the bead on side 1. And there it goes. Easy. Now just take that off, flip it over, put it back on the spindle, and now we get to breaking the bead on side 2. The camera almost fixed itself right there, but no joy. And right now, for some reason, I thought I might need to move the little spacers that keep your wheel from sitting on the main arm. They're little plastic pieces with a couple of magnets in it, and they snap on and they keep your wheel raised so there's no metal on metal. And for some reason I had to move it there. I don't think I had to, I just did it. And now the bead's pretty much broken, so ta-da. Now I'm going to get into actually lifting the bead off of the rim. And this is me trying to figure it out and do a bunch of things incorrectly. So I just sped it up. I'm like, well, that ain't gonna work. Won't be able to get the duck head around. So now I finally get it around one of the, whatever you call them. Can't really call them spokes, but a spoke of the rim. And it's wrapped from the back, the main arm, up around one of the spokes of the rims and then tightened down. And now I'm actually reading the directions and starting to figure things out the right way. And the one thing I wish I would have figured out from the very beginning, I don't know why I'm talking about the stopper pin right now, but the one thing I wish I would have figured out from the beginning is there is a hook for once you have your tire spoon in the right spot and you're able to lift the rubber over the lip of the tire. There's a hook on the back of this duck head attachment that you can lock the spoon in, and I didn't know that thing was there. I'm sure it said it in a direction somewhere and I just ignored it. But it'll be about, I'll say about 5 minutes or so into this video before I realize it's there. And it's very helpful. And coming up on a point here where I'm gonna show you a page of the instructions where I'm blatantly ignoring. This is them. This is what you should do. Don't look at me. But I keep going anyway. I'll figure it out in my own time. The next video is going to be a lot better. I'm going to have a better phone for one, and I'm going to have this whole process figured out, so it should go much quicker. See what I'm doing right here, where I'm holding that spoon? It's hard to tell, but I'm holding that spoon right there. I'm putting this arm in there to start ratcheting around, and the spoon, for some reason, it should have locked in there, and I would have found it, but it didn't lock in. And I'm ignoring the directions again. But, now I'm following those directions. Saying, okay, good. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push this down, then I'm going to get one of these drop center tools and hold it. It's going to hold it for me so that my, the opposite side of the tire of where you're trying to lift it or stretch it over the metal, either in or out, you should always have in the drop center of the tire, of the rim. So the rubber part, it wherever your duck head is, go completely across the tire from that 180 degrees, and put, either hold it down with your hand or put one of those drop center tools in there, and then it'll make the process much easier. And you'll see, like, now I'm getting smart. This whole time I'm doing all this stuff, I should honestly be behind the tire, facing the camera and using my weight. But you'll see through the video, I like to do things the hard way. And I don't do it that way. I will next time. The next video, like I said, is going to be better. But I get there eventually. Now you see it come around, and I got to remove the drop center tool. And this will make the first lip, the first bead, pop off a tire easily. So now I'm reading, saying, okay, this should be the same. And you want to kind of pull it up as far as you can. You know, it'd make it easier to get your spoon on it. But then you always want to make sure that the other side is, again, as deep into the drop center as it can be. So you're going to see me messing with this, screwing things up, pulling a tire up and down, trying to get it back in the drop center. But I get there. I get there eventually. And this is the first time I ever touched this unit, and it was there are videos online to watch, but I wanted to just follow the instructions as they are written and not do that. So I had the instructions. I read some of them, and I ignored most of them because I thought I was smarter than the instructions. I wasn't. But now we're coming around, and I think at this point, this is where I figure out there's a hook on that duck head attachment. I'm like, that would be awesome. I can just hook this in there. And I would have found it if I'm sure it's in the instructions. I just don't know. But finally I'm able to get over the duck head, under the lip of the tire, and lock it in to the duck head. And I think you can see me mop my brow there a little bit. And like an idiot again, I'm in front of the thing where I should be behind it. I should be standing where the door is, facing the camera and using my weight. But like I said, I'm special. But even being stupid, I still got it done. Alright, now I'm going to replace the valve stem. This isn't, nobody's sponsoring me for this stuff, but this is called a Colby. I don't even know if you can see that. This is called a Colby valve stem, and you can get them on Amazon. That's where I got mine. It's probably somewhere around $30 to get a pair of them. And I have emergency ones, and this is a permanent one. But emergency ones, instead of a nut like this, it'll have a wing nut, a finger tight wing nut. And basically, you can replace your valve stem from the outside of the tire. You loosen it all the way up. There's a hole. This goes inside the hole, and as you tighten this nut or the wing nut down, it pulls this tapered core up and seals from the inside. So if you haven't replaced your valve stem, it's good to look at them. I got about 70,000 miles on this rim. and it's still the same valve stem. It looks fine, but that's a good idea to replace them whenever. I don't know, I would say, well, especially if they're looking worn or cracked or dried out. But I mean, at 70,000, it ain't gonna hurt, certainly. So I'm doing that now, but it has nothing to do with the video. Okay, this is not a part of the install instructions. It's just something I'm gonna do for myself. Just gonna clean a bunch of this stuff off the bead so it seats better, and plus when I use my lube on there, it'll make it a nice, much smoother surface for the tire to slide over. So we're gonna do that. I'm probably gonna stop the video and do this because it's gonna take a while. I don't really feel like wasting my battery. So see you in a minute. Okay, now we're gonna put the new tire on. Hopefully, no guarantees. We'll see. I need to grab these two things because I'm sure I'm gonna need them. I gotta pay attention to the rotation first. So this is my drive side of the wheel. That's my brake side of the wheel. So my bike's going this way. So there's a rotation on the tire. Right here, rotation this way. So we're good on that. And I could not find a yellow dot or a red dot on this tire anywhere to line up with. They usually want to line up the little yellow dot or red dot with your valve stem. That's supposed to be, I guess, to help balance it or whatever. But I can't find one, so we're just going. So, you want to get the tire over the duck head on in the middle. According to the instructions, and then just kind of force it as much as you can by hand, and then grab your handy dandy, what you gonna call it, and then in the drop center. I think we might need a little bit of lube. So this is not going too smoothly, but we'll see. And I did have my my tire sitting in a nice warm place for a couple of days, hoping that would help, but doesn't seem to be right now. So we're gonna back it off and we'll put some lube on it. Go that route. I'm just gonna move this up a little bit too. That never hurt. I'm gonna move this up. You need to move it up anyway. back to it. Sure we didn't screw up our rotation anywhere. Rotation is this way, so we're still good. Alright, now we'll use this guy again. See, anyhow, seems like it has been already. There we go. Little bit of lube. Okay, now we bring this back around. To 12 again. Okay, so first tip is a bunch of lube. Whenever you can, whenever you're putting that, the rubber against the metal, lube it up. It's gonna help. This whole bit here is me having a hard time trying to keep the opposite side of the duck head, the bead, the rubber bead, down in the drop center of the tire. It was a struggle, but I figured it out, and you'll see right here I used 2 drop center tools and another spoon held in place with a strap. Once I did that, everything went relatively smoothly. You'll see here, I have it all set up the way I just showed you in the picture, and I'm going to explain it here. The 2 drop center tools that you can buy from Rabaconda, or if some people already have them, they do their own tire changes in the garage, so you might already have these. If you do tire changes in the garage, then you probably have the tire spoons as well. So, well, here I'm just explaining that once you get the 2 the drop center tools set in place, then you put your tire spoon in around under the lip, and you push down on the bead and then move it a little bit, and push down and move it a little bit until you get as far as you can go without damaging anything. And that's basically where I have it set up here. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and lube everything. Like I said, it's your friend, so get this whole thing lubed up, and it should go relatively smoothly, and it does. You'll see in the video. I got to put some effort into it, but it's I mean it is so easy. It's so easy with this machine. I can't believe it. Like, this is the greatest thing. I love it. I can't wait. I'm hoping to get a new rim, same size rim as the one I'm putting on here, and I'll be able to put my summer tire that I just removed, that you saw me remove. I'll be able to put that on my new rim, and it ought to be glorious. As you can see, look, there's a couple of pumps right there, and then gotta check some stuff out right there. But just want to make sure, if you ever hear anything ripping, tearing, sounds like it's stretching or tearing, it's a bad sign. But you'll see right here, and then a couple more pumps, and this thing goes right around. There it goes. And that's it. It's done. You can pull the handle out, and take your drop center tools off, get rid of that little tire spoon, and you're done. And that's removing the drop center tools. Now I just got to take the strap off or loosen it a little bit, take it off the tire spoon there. That'll come out. And now just loosen up the duck head a little bit. It'll slide right off. And then I'm going to try to lift it off here like an idiot before I take my strap off that I had had holding the tire. Normally, if you don't use the strap method, you're going to have that stopper pin, so it'll just lift right off. But I just have to loosen up that strap, remove it, and then my whole wheel comes off, tire installed, everything done. Can't beat it. So there's the strap off. There's the wheel off with the tire. You can see it's mounted inside. It's mounted it properly on both sides. I think I show you. There we go. There's both sides, and then I'm done. I gotta grab the wheel spacer for my bike. I have a wheel spacer, and this is for a VTX 1800. And that's it. Done. And this picture's, it's all aired up to pressure and ready to go. And that's all there is to it. All you need is a Rabaconda street bike tire changer. That's it. And it'll take you, after the first time, it'll probably take you half an hour tops to remove your old tire and put a new one on. I mean, it's that simple. Those of us who do venture into the dark side, especially the first timers, are going to have a hard time finding someone to mount a car tire on your rear wheel. We give them all kinds of BS excuses, but most of the people just don't want to do it, and it's a liability reason for them, and it's 100% respected by all of us. I mean, they gotta protect their business, so we get it. But now with this Rabaconda machine, you don't need a shop. You can do it in your garage. I did mine in my living room, so you can do it in 30 minutes. It's super easy. So that's the end of the video. Full disclosure, I emailed Rabaconda and asked them if they'd ever done a Darkside tire. I explained it to them. I explained them what tires fit on what size rims on certain bikes, and they offered to send me the unit to test it first, and I said sure. So I did get the Rabaconda unit sent to me free of charge, but I would happily buy it. I planned on buying it anyway, whether they said they could do it or not, and I am so happy to have this machine. I can't tell you. And I'm not an influencer. I don't do YouTube craziness. This is my first video ever, so I'll say the valve, the Colby valves, and the Dremel tool that I used, and I balance my tires with Ride On. You'll see it at one point when I take the tire off of the rim. You'll see there's goo inside the middle of the tire. That's Ride On tire sealant, and it's a dynamic balancer too. So I'll put links to the Rabaconda machine, the Colby valves, the Dremel machine, and the Ride On sealant that I use, and you'll find those all in the description down below. There's no need to mash the subscribe button, because this is likely the first of only 2 videos I'm ever gonna do, and if you like it, fine. Whatever. If you want to share it with somebody, please share it with anyone who is is a Darksider, or anybody contemplating it. And this also works. It's meant to do motorcycle tires, so you now can do all your tires, whether you're Darkside or not. And I love it. I cannot wait for my tires to wear out so that I can use this machine again. It's so fun. I was giggling using it. It was so easy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you got anything out of it, just hit the like button and make sure everybody knows about this thing, because it's definitely legit.